Here we have the outside of the Elddis Majestic 155. As I move along, I will firstly come to the flue for the boiler. We don't need to do anything with this, but just make sure that nothing is obstructing it. We then have both vents for the fridge freezer. Again, just make sure that nothing is obstructing them and try to avoid spraying too much water at them when washing the motorhome. External shower hose point just here, so remove the dust cover, and this then plugs into the side. Screw on the shower head, and then as long as the water pump is turned on the inside of the motorhome, this will then automatically go under pressure. Grey water drain just here, so anything that goes down the plug holes goes into the holding tank and then drains off on this tap. And then we have the fresh water tank drain just here. As I move round to the rear, we have the rear view camera and the Fiamma bike rack. To use this, pull the rails down and then pop the bikes onto the rails, and then secure the straps through the wheels. The straps do slide around on the rails depending on the size of the bike, and then attach the arms to the frames. Next we have the location of the cassette toilet. To remove the cassette, lift up on the lever and pull towards you. Before use, unscrew the grey cap and add your toilet chemical with a small amount of water. This is also where it empties from. Just remember that when you are pouring it away, to hold the button in just here to release the vacuum inside. It's also advisable to keep this seal lubricated. Thetford do their own seal lubricant, but any silicone based lubricant is fine, and by turning this part here gains access inside the cassette for additional cleaning. All of these cassettes are now on wheels with extendable handles. Fresh water tank fill just here. As you can see, the cap can be locked. Just pop the hose pipe in to fill up the fresh water tank. And beside this we have the location of the leisure battery, and then we also have mains hookup connection just here. Barbecue point just here. To use this you will need a barbecue adapter. They are basically a brass spear about this long. Attach the hose of the barbecue to one end and secure it with a Jubilee clip, and then the other end will plug in where my finger is here and lock into place, and this will then allow you to turn the gas on. To remove it, push on the collar, push it up, and it will then release. Access underneath the rear fixed bed just here. And then we have the gas locker. So there is room in this gas locker for 2 gas bottles. The regulator itself just sits here, and then the hose comes off the regulator and screws into the propane bottle with a gas spanner. Bottle on and off on the top, do make sure that the bottle is isolated for travel. And then the spare wheel just sits here, and in the jack and wheel brace kit there's a bar that locates where my finger is here, and then attach the bar to the brace and wind the wheel down. We then have the Dometic roll-out awning. To roll the awning out, take the winding handle and insert it into the base, and then begin to turn to wind the awning out. As you can now see, I've wound the awning out a short distance. I always do this and then drop the legs for support, so you're not putting too much stress on the side of the motorhome or the awning itself. To drop the legs, you'll see that they are sprung loaded, so just slightly lift this section up and then just push in, and then pull the leg out and drop it to the ground. Then get the awning at the height that you require, and then pull the grey lever up to lock the leg in place. If I now do the same with the other leg, again just lift up, push in and drop the leg to the ground. Again, get it at the height you require, and then lock the lever into place. Now that the awning is supported, you can continue to roll it out, walking the legs as you go. As you can now see, the awning is fully wound out. It will come out about 2.5 meters in length. Never use the awning in high winds, or you do run the risk of it being flipped over the roof of the motorhome. And to put it away, wind it back in to the point where we dropped the legs, and then fold the legs away and then continue to roll it away. Diesel fill just here, and the cap unlocks on the ignition key, and then AdBlue top up underneath it. It will let you know on the dashboard when your AdBlue needs topping up. Tyre pressures on the door just here. And then we have the jack and wheel brace kit all underneath the passenger seat. Vehicle battery underneath the floor of the cab, and bonnet release just here. The motorhome is alarmed, and it's all done through the fob itself. So if I now lock the motorhome, we will get a single chirp indicating that the van is locked and the alarm is armed. And then if I unlock it, we will get 2 chirps to indicate that it's unlocked and the alarm is disarmed. What we can also do is put the alarm into what is known as pet friendly mode. So the alarm is armed on the outside but disarmed on the inside, and all we need to do is press the lock button twice, so once and then twice, and we then get that high-pitched chirp indicating that it is in pet friendly mode. If I now unlock it again, and I now just leave the door slightly on ajar, and now try to lock it, we will now get a series of high beat chirps indicating that something is wrong. On this occasion, it's because this door is not fully shut properly. It will also make that noise if the habitation door is not correctly shut, or if the driver's door is slightly ajar, or the bonnet itself is not fully down.